It's fine.
I don't know what the fuck. What did we do to you? What did we do?
Dude, we're talking about.
Why don't you like us?
This will be an interesting episode, I think.
Yeah, it will.
But are you ready to do this, man? I'm ready. I'm ready.
We literally just did the best opening for it, and you just ignored it and said, "Are you ready to do this?"
Sorry.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are going to be reviewing two movies that are out there for your viewing pleasure in the world. Now, first, we are going to be doing a movie that is out there in the Netflixy world.
It's the top watched streaming movie in the world right now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, it's the top watched movie in the. I think it's only because it has one guy in it, and that's the funny man himself, Adam Sandler. So Spaceman, featuring Adam Sandler.
I hope you're glad with what you've done to me. I lay in bed all day long, feeling melancholy. You left me here all alone, tears running constantly. Oh, somebody kill me, please! Somebody kill me, please! On my knees, pretty, please, kill me! I want to die!
Yeah, that's on The Wedding Singer, which is a great song, by the way. Like, his voice gets all cracky at the end, he's screaming it. Sounds awesome. I actually like that song a lot.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. I went through you know how many freaking things I went through of Adam Sandler to figure out which one to do.
Today, Junior, you want to do that one, right?
Also in this movie, Carey Mulligan.
You have no idea how boring everything was before I met you. Action is character, our English teacher says. I think it means that if we never did anything, we wouldn't be anybody. And I never did anything before I met you. And sometimes I think no one's ever done anything in this whole stupid country, apart from you.
That's from The Education. She's done to Peter Sarsgaard in that scene. And it's a great movie.
Right?
It's from
and I mean, that's why I picked it, because it's her with the Skarsgård. And also on top of that,
Skarsgård. It's just Skarsgård.
That's why I said Skarsgård. But anyway, and plus we have Carrie's been everywhere lately, and we have literally used all her fucking clips to death.
Yeah, sorry.
We've done every fucking movie.
But I do want to mention this movie has 3 Oscar nominees in this one. Carey Mulligan.
The next one must be Connell Noir.
Where did my life go, Penny? One day I'm a carefree bachelor, and the next I'm married and driving a minivan to Pee-wee cricket matches in suburban New Delhi.
Are you talking to me?
Is there another Penny here? I had such plans. I had dreams. I was going to be the Indira Gandhi of particle astrophysics. But with a penis, of course. It's amazing. Ever since I was a little boy, my father wanted me to be a gynecologist like him. How can I be a gynecologist? I can barely look a woman in the eye.
Yeah. That's from Big Bang Theory. And he's not your Oscar yet. So
He's got like 10 Oscars. And Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
Oh, Daniel. You've come here and you've brought good and wealth, but you have also brought your bad habits as a backslider. You've lusted after women and you have abandoned your child. Your child that you raised, you have abandoned all because he was sick and you have sinned. So say it now. I am a sinner.
I am a sinner.
Say it louder. I am a sinner.
I am a sinner.
Louder, Daniel. I am a sinner.
I am a sinner.
That's from probably my top favorite movie of all time, There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, that's the movie about your family when they like try to kill all those people in Texas, right?
That's not it. What are you talking about?
Is it your family's part of the oil people, right?
No. Why would you think that?
Because they're from Texas?
No, they're from Wisconsin.
No, you live in Texas.
Well, they live in Texas.
I'm pretty sure of it.
I know, but
that's where you went and picked your brother up from.
Yeah, I mean, we lived there.
If you live in Texas, you killed people to get that land, right?
I didn't know. Actually, I don't think that's the case at all.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case for everybody in Texas.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. You're trying to make it like my family's okay. Move on.
I'm just kidding. I know that I'm not that stupid, guys. But like literally,
yeah, Paul
yes,
Dano.
There Will Be Blood. There Will Be Blood is one of the best movies of all time.
100%.
I'll put it in the top 100. Also, the next movie we're doing is, of course, the big movie of the week, the one
movie.
Everybody's been talking about. Everybody and their brother, their sister, their cousin, their Billy Bob.
And Neil sent me 9 clips for this thing.
The people have had sex with the popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Oh, you can't get anymore. You can't get anymore. Like I went there, they're out.
They're out. And that's it. The one, the only. Yes, it's Spice World.
No, it's not. You're close though. I mean, I do like
it's a world full of spice.
Yeah.
It's Dune 2.
Well, not that one. That's
not the video game.
Yeah,
That's the video game.
Yeah.
Dune. But you know how many cool posters they have for this, though?
Yeah.
Like, literally, here's the one I used for our advertisement for Dune 2, right?
Yeah.
And then here's the IMAX one.
Yeah.
And then the character ones are just ridiculous. Look at these. These are some of the best poster work I have ever seen in all of posterage. Like, but Dune 2 is the movie we're talking about. First, none other, the one and only. And guess what? On Jimmy Kimmel this past week, they all realized for the first time, everybody has been saying his name wrong the entire time.
So how do you say
he's in existence?
How do you say
How do you think they pronounce it?
Timothy Chalamet.
It is not Timothy.
What is it?
It's Timothy.
Timothy.
That's what the long A-E over it is.
Timothy. Okay.
No, it's not Timothy. It's Timothy.
Timothy. Okay, wow.
Timothy Chalamet. But he's okay with you call him Tim, Timmy, Timothy. He goes, you can call me Joe. I don't give a damn.
Okay.
But the way everybody has always pronounced it, Timothy Chalamet.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you a brand new contraption of my creation, an innovation in longification. Scrub. Let me ask you a question. How does Tittles want to spend all his time chasing after mailmen? And what do I have to do all day? Hello, scrubbers, please. Scrub. But now, with Willy Wonka's wild and wonderful wishy-washy Wonka Walker, please don't make me say that again, Tittles gets to run, and I can have fun. Scrub. Just popping out for a bit. I'll be back before roll call. Until then, Tittles has agreed to Scrub.
That is from Wonka, a movie that we actually really loved from last year.
Yeah, really loved, and it'll be out tomorrow if you're watching us live right now. So tomorrow is March 8th. It will be available on HBO Max.
They were showing it on the plane. Yeah, I had to watch it.
I can't wait. It keeps on popping up, and I'm like, yeah! But the thing is, tomorrow is the same day that WWE 2K24 pops up, and I've already bought it. I already bought the pre-order.
That's your whole thing.
So as soon as it goes live, I'm gonna get home tired as fuck tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, and then on Saturday I'll be so tired, like I stayed up all night making my character. Anyway. Also in Dune, the lovely, always good. I don't think she's been in one bad thing yet, and that's just my personal opinion. The one and only Zendaya.
Wait, this one's good. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females, which he used to seduce Jones Watson into his cult of personality. Stop. Yes, my spider lord.
Yeah, that's from Spider-Man. Which one?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Gotcha.
No Way Home. Yep. Then Rebecca Ferguson's in this.
I step onto that stage, and they don't want to see a woman in a thrift store dress, wondering how she's going to make rent. They want something perfect. They want to be lied to.
You don't seem like you're lying.
guess it's working.
Yeah, there we go. That's from what? What is that from?
That's from Reminisce.
Okay, Reminisce. Okay.
And believe me, I just wanted to get one where she. Yeah. I just wanted to get one where she wasn't fighting. Because all the other clips of her were like from like the Mission Impossible movies and stuff like that, and all the above. Also in this movie, Javier Bardem.
But I didn't die.
Oh no! I said I
Say it again. Well, I'll give you the chance to say it right.
I saw because I say in my head not to say it, and then that's why I always fuck it up. Is because I say in my head not to say it that way, and so it's all right. Javier Bardem.
But I didn't die. Life clung to me like a disease. And then I understood why I had survived. I needed to look in your eyes one last time.
That's from Skyfall.
Oh, I know. One of the best Bond movies ever.
Oh, it's probably the best one.
And then next, one of the greatest actors, one of the guys I've seen in every fucking movie since I was damn near zero, the one, the only, one of the original Goonies, Mr. Josh Brolin.
Yeah, something like that.
I was a soldier, special forces. I bet 50 years from now we're best as buddies.
50 years from now, you're very dead. Your entire generation fucked this planet into a coma.
Boom! Spoiler alert.
Planets.
Next time, Uber.
Here's a spoiler alert. You're not a fucking hero. You're just an annoying clown dressed up as a sex toy.
That's from Deadpool 2.
I love him. I can't wait for Deadpool 3.
Yeah,
oh my God. The more that comes out about that, the more I love it. Austin Butler.
You blood-sucking old vampire. You bled me dry and you still want more?
I'm not an uncaring man, Mr. Presley.
Don't you Mr. Presley me, you toad.
If you are so determined to get out of our contract...
You're goddamn right I want out.
Well, I will personally loan you the money that you owe to Jamboree Attractions.
Yeah, you still have your claws on me. You still have me working here like a goddamn slave in a salt mine. You phony, no-good piece of trash. I'll shoot you in your fat goddamn face.
That's from Elvis.
Elvis. And then the one, the only, the one pro wrestler that really took acting serious.
Yes.
The man himself, the guy I love more than anything in this world, Mr. Oh, did I do the wrong one? I did. Batista.
Dave Batista.
So you're a pet.
I suppose.
People usually want cute pets. Why would you go on such a hideous one?
I am hideous?
You are horrifying to look at, yes. But that's a good thing.
Oh?
When you're ugly and someone loves you, you know they love you for who you are. Beautiful people never know who to trust.
I know, I feel the same way. Then
Florence Pugh, everybody.
Hi. I made macaroni if you want some.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I was starving and you took forever, so I wanted to make food.
What do you want?
Relax, Kate Bishop. I just want to talk, okay? Are you really not hungry? That fight was so long. It's really tasty. Really tasty.
Yeah, what is that from, dude? Tell me.
That is from Hawkeye, the series Hawkeye. And then last but not least, a surprise to me. I didn't even know the guy was in this movie. Maybe back in the day, we even announced it on the news segment. But I did not even remember that he was in this movie. The one, the only. So nice that the only time you ever think about cowbell is because of him, Mr. Weapon of Choice himself, Christopher Walken.
Okie dokie, artichoke. First of all, I know getting here was the commute from hell. I have to be a smidge off the beaten track here. Now, ping pong, or as the Chinese say, ping pong.
Sport of emperors and bandits alike.
I have assembled today, for your entertainment pleasure, the most talented table tennis athletes from around the globe.
That's from Balls of Fury.
From Balls of Fury. I went through, I went through King of New York. I went through the speech in a Pulp Fiction, the speech in True Romance. Like, I went through Prophet 1, 2. Like, I went through so many of his movies trying to find the perfect.
Dude, I want to mention who else in this movie. Like Lisa Dew, Stellan Skarsgård, Charlotte Rampling, Anya Taylor Joy shows up for a second. Like,
this list goes on and on and on. And let's be honest, it's Dune.
Yeah.
One of the greatest novel series. It is like the only novel that I can remember that has a whole, besides Lord of the Rings, that has a whole dictionary at the end of the novel.
Yeah, I read that. I read Dune.
Oh yeah, so did I.
Yeah, it
That's
took
why,
forever to.
I read Dune the Messiah too, which we'll talk about that later as well. But that is the two movies that we're reviewing. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're X MTDS podcast. We're on Instagram MTDS podcast. Oh, excuse me. We're also at w2mnet.com. That's W2 M is in moviesnet.com. You can find us there. Well, a bunch of other cool podcasts. Check out our friend Mark's podcast there. Also, you can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com. Just Me Don't Suck. We're also on Bonfire. Bonfire.com. So Movies Don't Suck and something to do. You'll find our shirts there along with a bunch of stuff that Neil's showing off right now. There's a bunch of stuff in there you can buy. Pretty cool shirts. Also, if you're listening to us on Facebook, that page is on Facebook on that page. In fact, if you're listening to us on a little device right now, go ahead and subscribe. So whenever the podcast is ready for you, it'll just be automatically going to do the thing at all. Neil, who are we talking about today?
Today, Chris, I got to tell you about something, bro. Last night, I got a call from one of the greatest dudes I ever met in my entire existence on this planet Earth.
What's his name?
You know him. I know him. We all know him. We've talked about him on this show. In fact, he is in half of our advertisement stuff. Like, if I literally do this right now, you can see him half naked in the corner of your screen.
There's Topher right there.
So my buddy Topher, he even begged me last night. He was like, hey, man, I know you're doing your podcast tomorrow. You got to advertise my new business.
Of course.
Are you ready for this? What do you think Topher has been working on hiddenly for this whole fucking time?
I mean, from the photo you showed me, it looks like porno, but what is he actually working on?
Well, that's from like 2 years ago, dude. Okay. But no, dude, are you ready for this?
Well,
Topher now has a mobile pizza place.
Nice.
It's called Tutu's Pizza. It is located at 713 and a half South Sheridan. It is in a trailer and stuff that he has built himself. Like, look at this, dude. Let me see if I got a good picture of the inside of it. I don't know how much of the inside you can see of it, but that he built that inside of that trailer.
That's awesome.
There's Topher himself. He makes his own crust, his own sauce. He's going to be grounding his own sausage, all that stuff. Dude, the sauce was so good. I just wanted to eat it with a fucking straw, man. Like, seriously. I was just like, damn, dude.
I can't wait to go when I go down there.
So like, yeah, so these pizzas he makes, they're like just little personals, but they're wood stove.
Yeah.
Pizzas.
Yeah, wood fire.
Like, he makes them himself, like, right. Gosh, that is not the picture I wanted to upload, but I guess I don't have any more room on here, so never mind. But like, he put pineapple on one just to piss people off. But the sauce literally has a Thai basil in it.
Yeah.
That fresh Thai basil. Oh, amazing, dude. And it's going to be cheap and stuff. But the thing is, he hasn't even opened yet. Yet. But the way to find out when he's going to open, guys, and where he's going to be at, and he already has 1,000 followers on his business website.
Yeah.
Is all you have to do is go to 2's Pie House. Yes, that's 2's Pie House. You can look him up. 2's TWO, the number 2, apostrophe S, PI House on Facebook. You look him up, and there's some photos there. It's him shooting up the grill for the first time. Now he's just like, he's this far away. He has his last health inspection to be done, and believe me, the place is spotless. Though it'll pass with flying colors, and he's gonna make it live for everybody. That's where you guys can come hang out. He was giving, like, literally, since he can't sell anything out of it yet. Literally, I was sitting there for an hour, and he was just handing out free pizza to pizza people, dude. Whoever walked up, literally, he's just handing them slices. He's just like, come here. Like, he's giving to homeless people. He's like, hey, man, a homeless guy walked up. He's like, you want a slice? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I think that dude's homeless. And I was like, yeah, I think he is too. And so he gave him a whole pie. And I was like, here you go, bro. And like, but still, if you get a chance, the location will be at 713 and a half South Sheridan, Tulsa, Oklahoma right now, but it will be moving around. It is on a trailer, so it will be at festivals and stuff like that. But it is Tutu's Pizza or Tutu's Pie House. Look them up. Follow the story, because believe me, this is a guy whose story you're going to want to follow, because I know I've already talked to him on the business side about all of it, and I already know what he's going down with. So it's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
That's exciting.
I'm always excited for people that are trying new adventures. So
you don't see a whole lot of mobile pizza places either. That's not like something you see a lot of.
Dude, it was really good. Like he had a good fluffy one, and that was like, me, the Chicago guy, loves a good, thick fluffy pizza. But man, then he busted out this other one he's been working on. Oh, all of them were great, dude. All of them were great. And me, you know how. Like, and I told him, dude, I go, if I think this sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. But obviously I didn't,
excited,
because
man.
Look how excited
I can't
he
wait
is.
to try it.
I'm always excited for my buddies to, make money and do what they do.
I can't wait.
But, Chris, it's time to talk about Spider-Man.
Well, no, actually Spaceman, but you're close. You're close.
Whatever. Very close.
Well, this is a Spider-Man. This is Spaceman, directed by Johan Renck. He's most known for directing TV like Chernobyl and Walking Dead and Breaking Bad. But this is his big feature film starring the always funny, always beautiful Adam Sandler.
Hope you're glad with what you've done to me.
Also, Carey Mulligan as Linka.
You have no idea how boring everything was before I met you.
Kunal Nayar as Peter.
Where did my life go, Penny?
Also, Paul Dano plays Hanus.
Daniel, you've come here and you've brought good and wealth, but you have also brought your bad habits as a backslider.
Also stars Isabella Rossellini as co-commissioner Tina. Lena Olin as Zinda. Neil, why don't you go ahead and read this line for Spaceman? It's a long one.
Oh my God, where's that? I wasn't even looking. I was looking at loading everything up because I haven't done everything in a long time. I forgot how to do all this stuff. I forgot how to do all this, Chris. What am I doing anymore?
I'm going to tell you.
All right. An intergalactic odyssey of love, ambition, and self-discovery. Orphaned as a boy, raised in the Czechoslovakian countryside by his doting grandparents, Jacob has risen from a small-time scientist to become the country's first astronaut. When a dangerous solo mission to Jupiter offers him both the chance at heroism he dreamt of and a way to atone for his father's sins as a communist informer, he ventures boldly into the vast unknown. But in so doing, he leaves behind his devoted wife, Linka, whose love he realizes too late he has sacrificed on the altar of his ambitions. Alone in deep space, Jacob discovers a possible imaginary giant alien spider who becomes his unlikely companion over philosophical conversations about the nature of love, life, and this is really long, and the deliciousness of hazelnut spread. The pair form an intense and emotional bond.
Okay, so guys, this is not so we think Adam Sandler. This is, I guess, what you call the erratic role. I saw a lot of shit about this online. I know a lot of people who fucking hate it. I've seen a lot of people hate this thing. I'm not. Well, I don't hate it. I just didn't think it was very sleepy.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is what I thought of when I was, because, not just when me and you sit here and talk about this, is this the only time I'm reflecting on these movies. I have to reflect when I'm coming up with all this bullshit and facts and stuff like that I have to come up with. Not bullshit, but stuff I like doing for the podcast, like these little facts that we see at the bottom. Now, here is my opinion. And again, this is my opinion, people. So, don't bitch me out if you don't like it. All right. This was a smart movie made for dumb people.
That's a good way to put it.
Because in a smart movie where you have to kind of analyze things. What's a good one? What's a good example? Like Little Miss Sunshine, I guess would be a good example.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, but I'm thinking of something like that, like an artistic movie that's artistic, where you have to kind of put the dots together. You gotta follow the line.
This shit, you fuse it to you.
This movie explains the dots, the color of the dots, where the dots came from, why the dots even exist. Like, literally, they over-explained everything in this fucking movie to the point where it is nauseous. Like, I was nauseous. Now, that said, the concept of this movie,
it's bananas.
I love it.
It's bananas.
I love it. It's bananas, but I love it. A man going mentally insane in a space station while he's trying to go to Jupiter to go to this new anomaly that appeared in space.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's like Astro or something.
Yeah. The first half of this movie, I was all in. I was like, all right, it's artsy, cool.
And it's Adam Sandler. Man, Adam Sandler is a great actor. I mean, like this.
Yeah. I'm never ever.
And Paul Dano's a great actor. And Carey Mulligan's a great actor.
Yeah.
But there's something that it's hard to engage when the material is so. There's great imagery and stuff like this, but I don't think it's as deep as it thinks it is.
No, that's the thing. It was a smart movie for dumb people. It over-explained everything. This movie needed to be like a half an hour shorter.
Oh yeah, it was really long for being.
It was okay, or at least 20 minutes, 27 minutes shorter. It needed to be because they're talking about stuff that they didn't really need to go over.
Yeah.
There was stuff in this movie that it was just kind of like, okay, I didn't need that information. That information doesn't mean anything to me. So why am I getting that from this big early-eyed thing just staring right at? I mean, look at it. It's just staring at you. Look at it. It's staring at you. It's staring at me.
I did now. There's not saying I didn't like this because I did like parts of it. I love the relationship between Jakob and Hanus, the spider. I really enjoyed that. That was kind of heartwarming. Even
yeah. But I again, I liked where it was coming from, but
yeah, but like it did tell us instead of show us. You know what I mean? Which is kind of an issue. I mean, man, I didn't hate this at all. I don't want people to think I hated it, but it's definitely it had a weird way of showing what it wanted to say, which is
right.
It didn't need to feed us to that the way they did, you know. But I thought the acting was
beautiful. And I tried, like, by any means, I liked the conversation at first between the two of them. But then by the end of this movie, I didn't give a fuck what the hell they were saying anymore. I had no cares anymore. I was at the end of this movie, at the point when it got to the end, like got to the point where everything happens and stuff like that. No spoilers, nothing ruining. But by the time I got to the end of the movie, I was like, thank God it's fucking over.
I didn't
like it got to that point for me. Like it was like at the beginning of this movie, I was like, I love this. I love the concept of this. Thank you for making this.
It's very good. It's very good.
By the time the end of the movie came,
it's pretty pretty.
Yeah, visually, great movie. Everything about it, but it just got to the point where it's just like, man, I cannot take this anymore. I'm kind of done. I'm a little bit over this.
Like, where's my phone? I can't wait to look at it.
Yeah, where's my phone? Where's my, I try to put my phone away from me when I'm watching movies.
Yeah. Sometimes you fail. Yeah.
Man, it was just, this one was just a little difficult to do, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, it was just a little difficult to do.
Yeah, it's not the fault of the actors. The actors were great. It's just it wasn't very good.
No, it's your fault. I blame you 100% because I had two funny little comedies we could have watched. Both were an hour and a half. Could have just watched.
No, you
them
don't watch
the
this.
night
You would watch this regardless. Number one on Netflix with Adam Sandler. I think you would. And I wanted to stay in sort of sci-fi field for this because this episode because we're talking about two sci-fi films. I guess it's sci-fi in the word to say.
Your mom's a sci-fi.
Yeah, but this was a little hard. I didn't hate it like some people.
Visually it was beautiful.
Acting was fantastic.
The conversations between the two of them are great, but it just got so long-winded and nothing was happening. Like, and this is the thing. I know it is a man dealing with his own mental illness and his own love
grief
for his
and
life and stuff like that, and his own grief. I got that. Yeah. Make half the fucking shuttle get blown up by a goddamn asteroid. He has to fix it at some point. Like give me a little bit.
You want
of
excitement, I guess.
Yeah, just a little. You didn't have to give me much. You didn't have to give me much.
Yeah.
Just a little. Just enough that I'm like, all right. And I love the fact that you don't know if the spider is real or not. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, like if you ask someone like what's his face? You ask Paul Dano, he says the spider is definitely real. But yeah, some people would say it's imaginary,
Yeah, it's like everybody's got their own opinion on is it real or not.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is it real or is it not real?
Yeah. Who knows?
What do you think, Chris? What is it real? Is it not real?
I'm gonna say it's real. I'm gonna say it's real spider. That's
what?
I'd like to believe it's a real spider. That's what I'm gonna say.
I like the illusion. I like the fact that it might not be real.
Yeah.
And I like that fact.
Yeah.
I like that fact.
Yeah.
I like the fact because, like, I mean, if you see that one scene where the thing, like, didn't it crawl out of his nose?
I guess so. I don't know, man. Like, again, of course, I don't really think it's a real spider, but it's neat. It's a cute spider. Yeah.
Cute spider.
Yeah.
It's a cute spider. Let me look at a little cute spider. Come here, little cute spider. Where you at, cute spider?
Yeah.
Cute spider.
Look at that. Oh, it's got 6 eyes instead of 8, though. So I was wondering about that. I thought spiders have more eyes than that, but it's not. It's an alien spider.
Man waiting in the dark.
You like to say hello, yeah,
but it was it was fun. Chris, what's the rating on this?
My score on this is probably a 3.2, 3.3.
I'm right there with you. Like at the beginning of this movie, I was really down for it. I was like, all right, cool. It's weird.
But
it's Adam Sandler.
Overstayed its welcome.
It
overstayed its welcome.
Huh?
It overstayed its welcome.
But it overstayed its welcome. It was one of those movies that I'm like, man, if they could do a little more editing, maybe made it a little more exciting or cut a little more for time, maybe that'd have been more of a.
Again, I didn't hate it, but I find it hard to recommend to people.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck to recommend this movie to.
We watch movies, so I know that you and I might find something interesting about it. But I don't know if I can recommend it to anyone.
I don't know if I can go up to someone and say, hey, dude, guess what? Guess what's a great movie? You gonna check this out, bro? Like if I told Topher or Logan, two buddies that I have that I hang out with all the times these days. If I told either one of these two fuckers to watch this movie, after they watch it, they'd probably punch me in the face.
So if anyone goes, hey, Chris, there's this Adam Sandler movie on Netflix called Spaceman, should I watch it? I'm gonna be like, I don't know. But
all right, yeah, but I'm going to give it a little bit lower. Okay. You gave it 3.2. I think I'm going to go 3.0 on this one because it really you should know as a director or as an editor, hey, maybe the pace of this movie is a little I mean, this is like slow burning at its slow burningness.
I'm usually a slow burning guy, but this one didn't burn me either way.
Yeah, this one didn't burn in your loins. This one burned when you peed.
All right, man. I'm on RedTomatoes.com. What's the critic score for? I'm sorry. What's the audience score for Spaceman?
I'm gonna go 43%.
65%.
Oh, they gave it higher than what I thought.
Now, what is the critic score for Spaceman on RedTomatoes.com?
Oh shit, buddy. I don't know. Your mom. They're gonna give it like 68%.
You get 51%.
80 what?
51.
Oh, 51. And their consensus is
Spaceman's poignant themes are probably brought to life by sensitive performances from a talented cast, but it fails to consistently engage with its most interesting ideas. I'll read a bad review and a good review. Since it's not STD for us. So this is from Wendy Eyed at the Observer. She says, Spaceman is a fascinatingly odd premise let down by its drab, dispirited, inert execution. And this next one's Stephanie Zachary at Time Magazine. She lifts off from a promising premise only to wobble out the orbit in the finish, but even so, it's satisfying to watch these actors at work, fully committed to the strange, alienating world their characters are stuck in. I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, but yeah, Spaceman is on.
That's a good way.
It's the number one movie on Netflix, and if I'm to believe Rotten Tomatoes, the number one streaming movie right now on the planet. And so, yeah, that's
the number one streaming movie on the planet.
Yeah. So that's it. That's Spaceman on Netflix, and you guys can watch it now.
Spaceman on Netflix.
A lot of people think it on Netflix, but not you and I, because we're Netflix fanboys. So, are you ready for news?
I'm gonna have to buy Netflix soon.
Oh,
they did that whole password blocking thing now.
Who's are you using?
And WWE is going to be starting in January.
You can't wait, I'm sure.
Netflix.
All right, you ready?
Whatever. This is the Movies Don't Suck and some of them news. Me and Chris, I'm going to read stuff to Chris because he's been in another part in the different countries for so long, he has no idea what's going on in the good old USA.
It's good to be back, man. I like New Zealand, but it's always something nice to be home. So, Neil, what's the first thing you're going to tell me?
It's always great to travel, but it's always great to be home. I agree with you. First, let's get the sadness out of the way. I just want to get the sadness done and over with. Let's talk about the first two sadnesses. One, let's talk about the one that only people in my world care about. Probably not people in the real world care about. And that is pro wrestler Virgil passed away while you're gone. Now, if you don't know who pro wrestler Virgil is, this is pro wrestler Virgil. He was part of the NWO in the 90s. He was a $1 million champion, the second $1 million champion, only to Ted DiBiase. He used to be Ted DiBiase's manservant. His name is Michael Jones. He is one of the best known little characters in the entire world of pro wrestling for everything he did. He kind of snuck some money out of people a lot, and so, like he did scam people. He'd tell people that him and Ted DiBiase would coming to signings, and then he'd get there and be like, "Oh man, Ted backed out, man. Sorry,
excuse me." And
no, Ted was never coming. Ted was never coming. But he passed away, and then stand-up comedian and legend, and I mean in a ton of movies too. Mr. Richard Lewis passed away this year. This past week at the age of 76 on February 27th. So since you were gone, he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm, BoJack Horseman, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Huh?
Yeah, I was saying Men in Tights.
I got it all, man. I know what I got. Okay. I was waiting to say it so I could put the picture. But anyway, we're sorry for the family and their losses. Great talents. Go look up any Richard Lewis stuff. Tomorrow, go look up Virgil stuff. You like pro wrestling? Seriously, it's always sad to hear about someone's passing. It just reminds you we're all here for just a short time and just enjoy every moment you have.
So Richard Lewis says he originated the term like stuff from hell, like Date from Hell or Ride from Hell. It's like the Date from Hell. He says he's the one who originated that, and then someone else says they did it, but it's still good. Rest in peace, Richard.
Woo woo. All right, let's move along.
Yeah.
Do you know who Josh Grode is?
Josh Grode?
No, he's the CEO of Legendary Films.
Okay.
Guess what? He is already giving the green light for.
What's that?
Dune 3, buddy.
Part 3.
He's saying, you know what? We've already made the money back for Dune 2. We've already done it. They did like $100 million. They made more money in this weekend than any movie has the entire year.
I'm glad to hear that. It's because it's yeah. We'll talk about
We'll talk here in a second, but Dune 2 has already made more money. You know what the second highest movie the entire year is right now?
Eras, right? It's Eras, isn't it? It's got to be the Taylor Swift movie, right? No, what is it?
Beekeeper.
Oh, okay.
Beekeeper. They made as much as Beekeeper has its entire run in one weekend.
Yeah.
And Beekeeper is the #1 movie of the 2024 until then. All right. Kevin Spacey is returning to the main films. He's going to be playing a villain. He's going to star as the devil in the thriller called The Contract. Inspired by Angel Heart and The Devil's Advocate, The Contract will star Kevin Spacey as Lucifer.
That makes sense. That he's playing a villain.
Hey, man. I mean, if you're gonna come back after everything that happened,
you gotta play the shitty character.
Might as well get a character everybody's gonna be all about and be like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Can't believe they did that. He can't come back, can he? I mean, who's in the whatever?
Who knows? Tom Hardy in the last set photo of Venom 3 has him dressed in the exact same clothes as he was in the post-credit scenes of Venom 2, which shows that we are probably getting Spider-Man in the Venom 3 movie.
That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy.
Yes, that was all just stuff. Also, another thing that was just rumored and people were like, haha, I'd love to do that, is also happening. Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis are reuniting for Freaky Friday, the sequel.
Is it going on straight on Disney Plus, though? It's got to.
Huh?
Is it going straight on to Disney Plus?
Who knows? Who cares? It's Jamie Lee Curtis, dude. She can be in the theater.
Yeah.
She can be in the theater.
All right, I'm just Disney is trying to bring everyone to the other platform. I don't know.
John Wick TV series now in the works. Yes, a new John Wick TV series ever since the hit of the Continental on Peacock. The John Wick universe is expanding with a TV series, anime, and a new movie, all based off of the Ballerina starring Anna D.
But that was pushed off to 2025, wasn't it? Like, it was supposed to go out this summer and they pushed it off. I don't know why, but...
Yep, well, they're all working on all that right now. Disney, the Sword in the Stone live action remake has been basically considered dead in the water.
They need to stop doing those. They need to stop doing those.
Nobody wants to direct it. Nobody wants to direct it. And they're like, okay, I guess nobody ever wants to direct it. Michael Flanagan wants you guys all to know that he is going to be doing a faithful adaptation of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series.
Oh. Okay, I read them all, and I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah. Mike Flanagan aims to finally bring the fans the faithful adaptation of Dark Tower they've all been waiting for. The ambitious project involves a forest scene that makes Flanagan cry, showcasing his dedication. The Dark Tower may finally get the epic adaptation that it deserves, and it does. It should be a series, just like the books. It needs to be a series. You can't just fucking do that in one movie.
No, not even close. Not even close. You need like 20 movies, or maybe a long ass TV show. So,
Will Forte says Warner Brothers are full of shit and they're assholes because they have deleted Coyote versus Acme, and he's seen it, and he goes, and it was a really funny, good movie. So Warner Brothers, I guess you just want to delete all the things that everybody likes. Austin Butler has been seen in gun training, and people don't know if it's because he got signed to the John Wick spinoff or if he's got signed to the Heat 2 movie.
Or he just likes shooting guns.
Nope, this is acting training.
Okay.
This ain't
All right, fair enough. Well, Heat 2 would be great to see. Any of those movies would be great to see.
know.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at? All right, so Kick-Ass reboot is happening, and it is not going to be called Kick-Ass. The name is now going to be titled, and it's by Matthew Vaughn. It is going to be called The Stuntman.
Okay.
And it'll be part of a trilogy, which is now in production. The first part of the trilogy, School Fight, already wrapped a couple of years ago, so it's going to be School Fight, The Stuntman, and they don't have the last name.
I don't think we need a reboot. That first Kick-Ass is so good.
I know, but, I mean, while we're here, let's talk about it. While we're talking about remakes, let's talk about the remake that everybody seems to be pissed off about already. And me, being one of the hugest fans of this franchise ever, because guess what? I read comic books before a fucking movie ever came out.
Do you have a picture
Let's
of it?
talk about The Crow. Vanity Fair put out pictures of Bill Skarsgård as the gothic rocker Eric Draven, which he was a gothic rocker in the movie and the video and the comic book and all that stuff. There he is there. There he is talking to Shelley around a fire. Like, look, guys, look at this. All right. One. It's just a picture. We don't know what the movie's like yet.
If people were shitting on this, so like, people were saying, "How much does connect to this character?" Really, like they're putting people that.
I've met James O'Barr. I have had conversations with James O'Barr. And if you're listening to this podcast right now, and you don't know who James O'Barr is, then fuck you. You can't sit there and talk about The Crow like you do.
Okay.
James O'Barr is the creator and the mind behind The Crow. He created all its intelligent property. He is the owner of The Crow. He had to give his green light for this movie to happen. And I'm sorry, I met James O'Barr. He doesn't carry smartphones. He only carries a flip phone. The guy's an artist that lives in the fucking woods that creates his art for him.
Yeah, he's an intense fella. He's intense too.
Very intense. And if James says this is okay, guess what? It's okay. It's okay because it's his art. It's his creation. Just because, and believe me, by any means, I'm not dissing Brandon Lee and how he passed away. I think it sucks. I think it's one of the worst things that ever happened in cinema. But guess what? Because George Reeves died didn't mean Christopher Reeves can't be Superman. Because Adam West dies doesn't mean Robert Pattinson can't be Batman. Seriously, guys, you can't sit there and just hold the standards of one actor to the next one for the same character.
If I remember correctly, didn't Brandon Lee's widow? Didn't she say that like she's looking forward to this? Like,
guys, dude, you can't do that. You can't sit there and be like, "Hey, I get to bash on it because somebody I liked in that movie died." Great, go bash on Wizard of Oz. Half that crew died during the freaking movie.
So guys, I'm with you on this one. Let's save our criticism until it comes out.
Yeah, if it comes out and it sucks, guess what? I'm on the bandwagon with you. I'll tell you how much I think it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But just because we saw some pictures and the guy has tattoos on, he looks exactly like every gothic rock rapper guy that I hang out with. And I hang out with a lot because I work in fucking radio.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on to that. And let's go to the next thing that has been revealed this week. Chris, did you know the Superman logo was revealed?
No. What does it look like?
The Superman logo. And if you notice, there's snow on his chest.
So it's going to be the Fortress of Solitude or whatever, right?
You are 100%. There's another picture of the Fortress of Solitude out in the middle of the good old frozen tundra. And so therefore, that's a thing. So everybody's like, "Oh, we're going here," and it's like, "Well, yeah. Where would you think we were going?"
Right.
And people are just weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even trust people anymore. Some people I just want to kill. I want to smack them. I want to just kick them.
Well, don't do that to me.
Don't do that. Tron 3 is on its way.
Okay.
It's already starting getting shot. They're already taking photos and stuff like that. In fact, here's a picture of one of the Tron people. The idea of the story.
That's Jared Leto,
Jared
right?
Leto's in it. Just like, yep. But that next to him is one of the first pictures we have. Now, Tron Ares will be following a highly sophisticated program, Ares, who is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission, marking humankind's first encounter with AI beings.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't seen Tron Legacy. Maybe I should go back.
You should definitely go touch yourself in an ungodly way.
I might do that.
It looks like Chronicles of Narnia is going to be a lot bigger than what we thought. She's going hardcore. Greta Gerwig is going insane with it. Naruto is getting a live action version.
Naruto, you mean?
Naruto. Yeah, it's because of One Piece got so much of a popular. I mean, One Piece is good. I've never even seen the anime, and I went and watched the anime after, or some of the anime after I watched the series. That is fucking good. The first come-ins for Gladiator, the first viewings of the Gladiator footage we saw, and the production company and studio loved it so much. They're like, hey, you know what? We like that. We're going to take your budget from 165 million to 310 million.
Jesus Christ. Man, I think it was going over budget anyway, if I remember correctly. Like that's a lot. I mean, I'm excited for it. Who's not excited to see Gladiator 2, you know?
Right?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's bring it.
The great Dan, well, gosh dang it. What the heck is going on my computer? I'm sorry. I'll hit you with that. I'm going to hit you in the head later. It'll be okay. The great, where's that? I lost everything because it did stupid stuff. Dan Harmon confirms that the movie has been written and it is in pre-production at this moment. That's right. Community, the film, is 100% on track to be on its way. I know you'd be proud about that one.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Now, here's some sad news. Hannah Gertzie Reed was found guilty today for involuntary manslaughter. She was the cinematographer she was one of the armor on Rust, the movie with Alec Baldwin. Now, Alec Baldwin doesn't face the people until July 17th, but there's video that came out where Baldwin was telling people to rush and so they could do a bunch of reshoots, or a bunch of, not reshoots, but a bunch of takes over and over and over and over and over again. So
I have a friend I'm a friend who's convinced he's going to go to jail, by the way. It's in the Alabama's going to go to jail. But we'll see.
I think he might go to jail too. The director for Dune 2, what's his name? Say it correctly. I know it's
Denis Villeneuve.
Thank you. He made sure a dying fan's wish was fulfilled and made it to his house with his personal laptop to watch Dune Part 2 with him before he passed away.
Yeah, it's like
that's awesome.
It's like that movie Fanboys. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then we got Michael Keaton has just seen Beetlejuice 2 himself and said, oh my God, I didn't realize we made that good of a fucking movie. He was very, I don't know. We're having fun filming it. I don't know. But his quote is exactly, I didn't know we made that good of a movie.
Yeah, it comes out again this year, September 6th, if you guys don't know. So we're excited. Everyone's excited.
And And let's see, Late Night with the Devil, Stephen King short story has been changed into a movie that's going to be coming out at the end of March. And yeah, we're definitely going to go see this one. It's by Shudder, and it has, gosh dang, I can never pronounce this right. Polka Dots from Suicide Squad. David
That's Mulligan.
Yeah, Mulligan is. Yeah, I saw the trailer today, and it's like the late night host is trying to talk to the devil, like through different ways.
Yeah.
Like throughout.
This going on Shudder.
It's produced by Shudder, but it will be hitting the movie theaters late this March.
Okay.
But it was the date. I saw it earlier, and then I totally lost it. I don't see a number. Yeah, March 22nd. March 22nd.
And when March 22nd. So wait, like later this month?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, besides being at WrestleMania 40, where I'll be, he wants to make films that matter, and he is going to be producing a biopic on probably the most famous pro wrestler of all time.
Hulk Hogan?
I said the most popular wrestler of all
Andre
time.
the Giant.
Not Hogan. Not Andre the Giant.
Okay, it's not him. It's just doing a biopic about him, is he? Of himself?
No.
Okay.
More popular wrestler of just a wrestler. Never been in movies. Never been in shows.
It's not Hulk.
Everybody in the entire world knows his catchphrase.
Is he still alive?
Yes, surprisingly.
Tell me who it is.
Woo!
Oh, okay. That guy. Okay.
Yeah. Ric Flair is getting the biopic treatment from Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Who's gonna play Ric Flair?
That's cool.
Who's gonna play?
It's in the works. But who do you think? Who do you want?
I don't know, man. I don't know who played Ric Flair. They could get that guy who did an Iron Claw. He was pretty good. You know?
Well, that's true. That was kind of good. And last but not least, just because I thought this was hilarious, I don't know if you heard about this, but this is hilarious. I can't wait to see this. All right. So, Chris, while you were away on another part of the planet, this little group of people, what part of the world was it? I think it was in New Jersey, or it was in California. It was on either East Coast or West Zone. But what happened was, no, Glasgow, Scotland. My bad.
Okay.
And Glasgow, Scotland. Sorry. I thought I knew it was somewhere away from me. A place called House of Illuminati put together a little factory where you could go walk through that you would pay £35 or around $44 to go walk through. And it was supposed to be like you're walking through Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Have you seen this?
Yes, I've seen it. I actually saw it while I was in the...
Have you seen the pictures and everything?
I just saw one picture. Just the one picture of the Oompa Loompas.
What picture?
Just a picture of the two Oompas standing.
What did you see the picture of?
I just love the picture of the two Oompa Loompas standing together.
Yeah. So, it's just like, man. Well, one of the people in the ride, which was so you people know, they said it was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You went in and it looked nothing like the Chocolate Factory. Looked nothing like, it was just badly made, very poorly done. And this character that busted out on this video that you can go watch somewhere on TikTok, YouTube, wherever you see your little videos, a character known as the Unknown popped out and scared kids. Now there is a movie in the works of this character known as the Unknown, aiming for a 2024 release.
That's crazy.
It's like,
why would they do that?
It's crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell. Why would you? What's the unknown? What's the unknown?
Well, we don't know. So that's what's called the Unknown.
Oh, and last but not least, I know I said that for that, but I forgot about this one. Ghostbusters, the Frozen Empire are releasing popcorn boxes, and these you cannot fuck.
Good. It's good enough.
So let's take a look. We get the Slimer one for Cinemark.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that one.
That
cool. Was cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But this is the one I want. And if anybody can get it before I'm sure I can get it. I think it's the AMC one.
Oh, dude, I'm getting that 100%. Easy.
It's one of the ghost traps.
I gotta get it.
So the ghost traps are available. Everybody, that's the news. Chris, let's talk about the most popular movie of 2024. That was the Movies Don't Suck in Some News. I read a bunch of stuff to Chris, and he's okay with it because he has nothing to do except for masturbating to Cinemax that's not even unlocked.
All right, guys. This is a movie that...
You know what? Before I even start, you know what I totally forgot to talk about, too?
What's that?
Did you know Jake Paul is going to fight, is bringing Iron Mike Tyson out of retirement?
He's going to fight him?
Yeah, for real. It was just
Mike Tyson's going to fuck him up. Easy.
Yeah, dude, there's a picture of it. Here, 1 second. Like, they did a press conference. There it is. It's Glass Joe. Anyway, continue.
Right. So, this is we're talking about Dune Part 2, directed by Denis Villeneuve. You guys don't know what he directed? What the fuck have you been watching? He directed Prisoners, Blade Runner 2049, Incendies, Arrival, Sicario, all kinds of shit. He's a great director. He's probably my favorite working director right now. And he directed the original Dune. This is talking about Dune Part 2, starring Timothy. How was it? What did you say? It was Timothy Chalamet. I'll come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you a brand new contraption of mine. Also,
he plays Paul Atreides. Zendaya plays Johnny.
Wait, this one's good. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Also, Rebecca Ferguson plays Paul's father, Jessica.
I step onto that stage.
Also, Javier Bardem plays Stiglar.
But I didn't die.
Josh Brolin plays Gurney Halleck.
Yeah, something like that.
Austin Butler plays Fade Rathua.
You blood-sucking old vampire.
Florence Pugh plays Princess Erwin.
Hi.
Batista plays Beast Raban.
So you're a pet.
This also stars Christopher Walken as the Emperor.
Okie dokie artichoke. First of all...
Also, this also Leah Seydoux as Lady Margaret Finrig. Stellan Skarsgård, reprising his role, is Baron Harkonnen. Charlotte Rampling plays Mother Maham. Anya Taylor-Joy shows up at some point. Neil, why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for Dune Part 2?
Dude, before I read the story about Dune Part 2, I just want to say, like right now, I see somebody in our chat room that I have not talked to or seen in like a decade. That is Nathan. Remember the band Stoned I told you about? One of the bands that I hung out with back in like one of my early 20s.
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, this is a dude that I like went up and down the roads with for a couple of. So Nathan, if you're listening, man, love you to death. Glad you're listening, bro. You can listen to all our episodes on all the other places too. But anyway, all right, now reintroduce us and you can edit it later. I'm sorry.
Neil, what's the storyline for Dune Part 2?
Dune Part 2. Yes. Let's see here if I can get it without all the advertisements all over it. You know, I hate that when that happens. Anyway. Paul Atreides unites with China and the Freemen while on the warpath of revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. Facing a choice between the love of his life and the fate of the known universe, he endeavors to prevent a terrible future only he can foresee. So
the thing I love about Denis Villeneuve is that he makes smart movies and doesn't fit, but for a mass audience. I think, by the way, I mentioned Dune Part 2. I fucking love this thing. This movie's amazing. It's the best movie I've seen this year. Easy. It's better than the first one, and it's incredible. This movie's amazing. There's nothing I don't like about this movie. It's got everything I liked about the first one and more. It's got action. It's got suspense. It's got heartbreak. To all of the stuff you want from it, and it's amazing. I'm still trying to collect my thoughts about how much. Neil, what did you think of Dune Part 2?
Man, all right. So there was some stuff that happened in it, and that was good. And then other stuff came in. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I'm one of those people that when I see a movie or anything, I go as that's that person's interpretation of the source material.
Yeah. You and I are both the same way.
Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Is it to the book? Is it exact? Are there characters missing? Is there things going on in those that makes no sense why he took out? Yes. But are those movies some of the greatest movies of all time? Yes.
Dune Part 2.
This movie is exactly that.
Yeah. It's incredible.
There's things that are taken out. There's things that are different than the book. But the interpretation of how he interpreted, how this was put onto the screen, this is by far, and I am going to say this right now, and I'm gonna, you can hold me to this, January 2025, and I'm still alive, bro. You can hold me to this right now. It is going to take a lot, and I mean a fucking lot, to make this not the number one movie I've seen all year.
It's incredible. We have this a visionary director, and a lot of times you take this visionary director and they don't want to put in these IP, but they got this guy and he loves the Dune movies. He's a fan of Dune itself, and when he comes out and does his own interpretation that's as gorgeous as these two movies together, I couldn't be happier. Like, Dune 2 Part 2 is fucking incredible. It's the best movie I've seen this year. Like you said, I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know anything that knocks off the top of it because it's everything I wanted it to be. Everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah. The acting was 100%. I love how characters that, like in the first one, and I like it because if you go watch interviews with him too, he's like, no, I have a vision for the entire story.
Yeah.
And this ain't done yet. This ain't done yet. Like, just like Dune 1, they didn't have the green light for Dune 2 yet, guys. Like when Dune 1 came out, just like now, they don't have the green light for Dune 3. I think they just now got the green light.
Yeah.
But like literally, they didn't have the green light for Dune 3, but he wrote it like he had the green light for Dune 3.
Apparently, like this is what happened. I heard about this, is that Denis walked into Hans Zimmer office, just handed him Dune Messiah and walked out. He didn't say anything. He just handed it to him. He's basically get to work on the score for that. The score of this movie, which is incredible. Hans Zimmer did an amazing job. The sound design, everything about this movie being brought to life, it's just so gorgeous. It's so good.
It's not just gorgeous. The story, just like it goes, just like it continues, because this is supposed to be like a year after. I mean, in the book, it's like 2 years, 3 years, but in the movie, it's like a year after, and it goes right from the story that we got in the book in the first one right into the second. Because I watched Dune 1 right before I went and saw Dune 2.
I did too.
I mean, I'm not dumb. I watched Dune, and then I watched Dune Part 1, and then, but I love this movie. The acting in this movie was ridiculous. Everybody knew their part and knew exactly what their part was supposed to be. There's characters in this movie that just blew it. Like, okay, now
you want to talk about Austin Butler's character? You want to talk about Fade Rathua, how terrifying he is?
What's that?
You want to talk about Austin Butler's character, Fade Rathua, like how terrifying that character is?
Right. Like, there's so many different like things. Okay, so like here, let's good example. Let's do a good example.
Okay.
All right. So I love the original Dune. I mean, it's a classic, cheesy sci-fi 1980s. It's a classic. Yeah. It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah. But here we go. This is my example. This is a character from Dune, the original.
That's Sting.
That's Sting. Yep, that's Sting. Not Sting from wrestling. It's Sting. Not that Sting. It's Sting. Like Roxanne.
Yeah.
Roxanne. The black light. Yeah. You know who that same character is in this movie?
Who's that? Oh, really?
Same character, bro.
Oh, but
look how But then you get more of the lore and you understand more of the lore.
Yeah.
Like you understand the new movies, you understand the lore. You understand the reasoning behind stuff because his brother in the movie is this, and they're both the sons of I didn't put them anywhere but like behind us. The only one it is behind us. But and their dad is that. You know, like the Baron.
Yeah.
And like this movie to me is just
it's
ridiculous.
Smart, but it's for the masses, and that's what I love about it. Like it's a gorgeous movie. It's artistic. I love this movie. I love Dune Part 2, and I couldn't have been happier. Well, yeah, I remember I looked at my friend to my right, and I looked at my wife and my friend. I go, "That was dope," because it totally was. This movie's
dude. Dope is the understatement. That movie. All right. The acting was great. The storyline went perfect. Yeah, it is a little much. I mean, there's a lot of information to take in when it comes to like a sci-fi movie where you're like, huh? But by the end of the movie, you get explained so well who is what and what's where and why this person's doing that. So if you just follow it and you just keep it going until the end, you might be lost for a second, but by any means, you're not going to be lost to the point where you can't come back from it.
If you're a fucker, you know also, like, people out there that just hate this just because it exists, and you go fuck yourself. Like, this is way better than you think it's supposed to be.
No. And it's just hilarious because, I mean, there's people that are like, this is better than Star Wars and blah, 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 and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, I get your point on that, but it's just different. And both of them, and to be honest, Star Wars stole from the Dune books. That's where.
Yeah. Well,
why do you think Luke Skywalker started on a sand planet called Tatooine? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, look, doesn't that look just like Star Wars?
Yeah, it does. I mean, the thing you want to fuck, absolutely.
No, wait a minute. No, that's a porn bucket. There.
Yeah.
But Tatooine, you know, like,
dude,
everything about this movie just like knocked it out of the fucking park, man. I don't know if wrong thing. I don't know if I've ever seen a movie that made me this excited. Like it was just.
This came out in March, dude. It came out it came out in fucking the end of February, and when movies aren't supposed to be this good, and it came out.
No. This is I mean, you got your backdrops that are great. You get your legendary story. You get the good guys versus the bad guys. You get a full circle on characters that even in the books didn't get their full circle, but he wrote it so those characters got their full circle in the second movie. Like I really love his what's the director's name again?
Denis Villeneuve.
I really like Villeneuve's perspective of the Dune galaxy.
Oh yeah, just the whole world the world he built, which is a great world he built. I couldn't this has everything I like about sci-fi films, in the
right.
And I can't wait for the Dune Part 3 because they're gonna have to do it, right? Like it's been greenlit. I know Disney wants to do it, and I wholeheartedly support it 100%. I can't wait to watch the third of this. If they're this good, you know, you get this visionary director to do something like this.
By any means, don't come out here and make the Hobbit trilogy. I'm just saying. And don't let studios do that to you either. Don't let studios tell you to make 3 movies when 2 movies can do just fine.
Yeah.
You know, make the story you want to make, bro. Because guess what? It's working.
Yeah.
I like it. This guy likes it. And guess what? We're nerds.
Yeah.
Can't tell. We're nerds.
Yeah.
We're geeky guys.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the nerdyisms all behind my ass. Look at that. Nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris has no nerdyisms whatsoever.
I'm cool. It's cool as a cucumber.
No. His entire house is nerdyisms. Yeah. But seriously, the directing in this film was great. The cinematography, the way that people, the acting, Timothy, Austin Butler, man, I never thought I was gonna ever forget him as Elvis Presley.
Yeah, Austin Butler.
Fuck, dude, knocked it out of the park. I don't even fucking Elvis fucking who, man.
Yeah, dude,
I don't even remember that movie anymore.
He was unrecognizable as his character, and he was great as I want to say all the acting in this was great. All of it worked 100%. I believed Timothy. I believed Zendaya. I believed Jessica First. We got Britain. Josh Brolin. I believe everything.
Batista. I believe the fuck out of Batista.
Can we talk about how he's just a straight fucking actor now? Like he's so good. Like he's not an action star. He's not a comedian. He's a fucking actor. He's so good at it.
See, with like wrestling things and stuff like that, when you don't make a lot of money doing things, the thing you do is you go do autographs.
Yeah.
Because you know how much money a celebrity or a wrestler makes in one day doing autographs?
What's that?
So Planet Comic-Con's coming up in Kansas City. Guys, if you don't know, that thing is fucking loaded with superstars.
It's stacked.
It is stacked. So go check that out. We're buddies with the people. Well, I don't know if you are, but I'm buddies with the guys that run that thing.
I'm not.
But seriously, in a single day, an actor or a wrestler will make between $15,000 to $25,000.
I'd do that. I'd do that all day.
Yeah, and so Batista doesn't have to.
No,
because now he's at the point where I'm sure he's got enough money that I'm never going to see him for an autograph signing anywhere. But if I ever do, I don't even think wrestling's the first thing I'm going to bring up to him now.
Literally. You bring up
At this point, I'm like, you're a good actor that somehow fell into wrestling first.
He's a fantastic actor, and I love Batista for doing this because I want to see him everywhere. You know,
Scar. You know how many hours it took him to even Did I put it on here?
Yeah,
I don't know if I
did.
Put that
it said 8 hours to apply, 2 hours to remove it.
Yeah, like it took so many hours for him to get out of that makeup, and he had to go through all the stuff he didn't pee all the whole time. He didn't pee for a whole day, like every time he acted. But it was only 10 days he had to do the whole.
Okay, well that's good.
Acting on that one, but
Christopher Walken, right?
Christopher Walken. I didn't even know that Christopher Walken was in this movie, but when he got in there. It was just like, what the hell? And again, all right. So Zendaya in the first one was introduced. She didn't have much, but in this one, Zendaya, awesome, killed it.
Fully fleshed out character.
Yeah, fully fleshed out character. Now, at the end of the movie, we get kind of introduced to another character that is played by Florence Pugh. Again, she was kind of introduced, and she's there.
Oh,
you know why?
Because she'll be in the third one all the time.
Because in the third one, she's a major part of that.
Yeah, we don't give anything away, guys. We don't want to talk too much about it.
I don't want to talk more of that. I don't want to. That's my, I guess, biggest part of my spoiler kind of thing. I don't know what more to say than that. That beautifully this is done. I saw it in IMAX, which was exactly the way to see this fucking movie. But the thing is, unlike other movies I've seen in IMAX that were made for IMAX, this one I can't wait till it comes home because I'm watching it 1 and 2 right off the bat. Because there's other movies I've seen in IMAX. It's like, this is a beautiful movie in IMAX, but as soon as you took it home to see it, it's like, oh,
Avatar.
Yeah, exactly. But seriously, guys, Chris, do you want me to get my score first? Or
yeah,
do
you
want
do
to
your score first. Yeah.
4.9.
I'm with you 100%. I'm with you at 4.9. This is incredible.
I want to give it a 5, but what if something else comes out this year? I got to justify that being better than this.
It's 0.9.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite movies I think I've seen. This made me feel like the time I first saw Star Wars.
It's an incredible movie.
That's exactly it. This series is this generation Star
Does
Wars.
everything else feel so small after this? Like the movies we have to do next week? Like after
the only movie I can think of that's going to come near this is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's why I'm kind of throwing it off, because if Deadpool and Wolverine make me feel better than this movie, then that's the only thing I'm going to be able to save it for. Besides that, I know what's coming up this year. Me and Chris look constantly. We figure out what's coming up to the movie theater all the time. Like we last year, I think last year we almost had to like set it up for like the next 9 weeks.
Yeah. But next week, I think next week we're doing Imaginary, right? That's a movie you did Imaginary things that Blumhouse film about that. Basically making a movie with the teddy bear. It's called Imaginary. You know what it's about? I'll show you.
Have you been drinking again?
No. Oh, by the way, I'm on tomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Dune? Part 2.
Has to be a 93%.
95%.
Damn it!
All right, what is the critic score for Dune?
Why can't I get it right on the mark anymore? 89%.
94%. Certified fresh.
Damn it! I thought the critics were going to be assholes about it.
They say.
And yeah, okay. Anyway, continue.
Visually stunning and narratively epic, Dune Part 2 continues Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of the beloved sci-fi series in spectacular form. A bad review and a good review. This is from Sarah Michelle Fetters of MovieFreak.com. She says, the film is all exhilarating and built to leading to unsatisfactory and even somewhat perfunctory payoff. Fuck you. And this is from Matt Kermode of Kermode Mayo's Takeout. He says, what's really impressive about Part 2, despite how complex and like miasma the plot becomes, storytelling is so clear. I'm going to read another good one because I want to. So from Chris Hewitt, then Star Trek, he says, as in all these sci-fi epics, there are plenty of scenes which computer-generated characters drive computer-generated vehicles past computer-generated backouts. So in Dune, it feels human, slightly messy, and organic. This is an incredible movie. This is the best movie I've seen this year, and I mean, I don't know what's gonna beat this. If anything can, honestly. Oh man, dude.
I do.
Look, what's it? What is
it? I just saw what can beat it. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Labyrinth just came out back to the theater. I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What do I do? My baby's love has gone.
So next,
it said my baby blue. Nobody knew.
So the only thing that will be coming up next week is this Friday's Imaginary, that Blumhouse film about the haunted doll.
Oh, dude, we're definitely going to see Imaginary. If you don't know, it's about a girl that starts imagining her best friend, a teddy bear, and it's a murder. I know there's a movie that just came out on platforms too that I saw, and I forgot to write it down, and I don't know what the hell it is.
Once you find it out, send it to me. We'll do that. We'll do that. So you guys can find us online, moviesonsuck.net. We're at w2mnet.com. W2m is in movies.net. You'll find us there along with a bunch of other really cool podcasts. We're also on the Facebook. I said Facebook, right? Yeah, I did. Facebook.com.
Are you okay, bro?
Yeah, Facebook.com/podcast. We're on Twitter, MTDS Podcast. We're on X, MTDS Podcast. I'm going to start posting on that coming up because Panic Fest is coming up, and I have to talk my time there. We're also on Patreon.com/moviesonsuck. We're on Bonfire, bonfire.com. Search Movies Don't Suck, and something you'll find that shirts on the bunch of cool stuff Neil's made. And where you find podcasts from Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Subscribe, be our friends. We'll love you. You're the best. You're the best. Neil, what do you do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to advertise it right here on Movies Don't Suck and Something Do. We'll be more than happy to advertise you, your friends, your brothers, your cousins, your brothers. We'll do it right here free of charge just because we want to help out local people, just like we helped out earlier, Tutu's Pizza Pie Shop.
You good? You ready to get out here?
Yeah, let's do it. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, when you're up in space and you got a spider talking to you while you're mentally just not there, remember, like the sands of time, These are the dunes of our life. Have a good night.